Okay. We are back. Today's my first normal Sunday in a couple of months. I didn't have to work at the community cycling center anymore. My little summer shift is over. They did the normal Sunday Salvage Sales. I went down into the normal Sunday Salvage Sales and I got a bunch of junk. BMX Gary was there. We went to the really good burrito place, Habaneros, a few blocks away. It's like a 5-block walk. And got giant mega combo greasy burritos and horchata again. I ate them in front of the Sunday Salvage Sales. Waited for Bike Farm to open while we were there to check out this strawberry. So I think it's like a 70s strawberry built by Andy Newlands, who's here. He's like famous in the 80s and 90s, real road bikes he still builds. It's huge, it's like 64 by 58 or some nonsense. My friend Avery might want it. I don't know. He didn't show up. I only took one picture. I didn't really measure or look too hard. I'll go back there with him if he wants. It is huge. So that was fun. So I got a bunch of salvage junk. I left it all in a big pile and asked him how much. He said $50 bucks. He's really trying to wring me out for their scrap. I said 40. He said, no way, you got too much stuff. And I said, fine. There's some good stuff in here. They, like usual, they clearly did not go through all the stuff they put out. Or didn't go through very hard, or didn't have someone who knew what they were looking for go through it. So I got some good scores. I went to Bike Farm and was bored, and I found an area that looked like their unprocessed donations. I dug through that and I found a couple good things. So that's fun. And then one of the other guys who comes to salvage all the time, the other guy who's into old bikes. A while ago I bought a bike that had like a mint condition 105 back wheel on it. Like mint condition hub, mint condition hard anodized rim. Looks like it never had a brake touch to it. Just an amazing shape. And he said he wanted it because he had a matching front somewhere. And he said, how much? I said, oh, whatever, I don't care. Just like trade me something someday. Today was the day he brought this in and said, hey, do you want this? He's like, you don't have to have it if you don't want it. So it's like a nice part. I don't sell on the internet. You know, I'll never get around to selling it here. It's a super nice part. Do you want it? It's new old stock. And he pulled this out, and this is a silver, new old stock Ringle front MTB hub from the 90s. This is like really hot stuff. I had a red beat up one of these I sold for like $100 on eBay a little while ago. So I don't know, this might be worth more. He's like, it's probably worth like $80. It might be worth more than that. We shall see. So I said, heck yeah, I want it, man. Thanks. Like, yeah, we'll trade again. I'm like, you bet we will. Boy, for a deal like this, we'll trade anytime you want. So this will be on my eBay soon. Do some Googling, see what it's worth. Try and sell it, you know, slightly less so I can get like a good money for it, but sell it fast. Maybe it's been slow, but then the last 2 days, suddenly it picked up a little bit, and I'm up to my weekly $300 again in like 2 days after no sales for like 5 days. I'm like, ah. So I sold some stuff. So that is cool. But let's dig through and see all this junk that I got. I hate drop bars. Everyone hates drop bars. No one rides drop bars anymore. I've got a giant old cooler on the floor full of drop bars I need to list on eBay or do something with. And I keep not doing it. And so you know what I did? I bought more drop bars. So I'm a total cray-cray. So these were sitting out at the sale last weekend. I didn't buy them. I thought about it. I sent a couple customers out. They're like, I need 8-speed drifters. I'm like, dude, there's a couple out back there. That'd be like $10. So I sent a guy out. I feel like I checked these out last week and they're totally fine. So it's a set of generic Shimano branded Flight Deck 8-speed. So they're probably like 105-ish or Ultegra-ish or something, but R500, I don't know, it's generic. But they're on a nice Ritchie bar. Ritchie bars are light. This bar looks particularly wide, so if the bar is savable, cool. If not, I'll put the drifters up for probably $60 on eBay, and I'm sure I'll get it. Everyone's looking for 7- and 8-speed drifters lately. Okay. This is the first one I grabbed. This was also at the salvage sale last week, and no one grabbed it. It's got the old T-system stem. These are light. It's also tall. It's got a pretty clean, pretty nice Modolo patent anatomic bend. This is like an 80s bar. It's like the first 80s like ergo-y bar. I don't know. I've had good luck. I've sold a few on eBay. Maybe someone will want it. Stem says it's only an 80 and it's like tally and uprighty. I don't know. I couldn't pass it up. If I got them last week, that would have cost me nothing. So far, you know, I'm only in $50. Plus, I think it was like 35 bucks at Bike Farm. I grabbed this. I could not. It is the Nitto Grand Randonneur B135. These came out back in like 2010, 2011, somewhere around there. They are very narrow. They're like 36 in the hoods and like 42 in the drops or something. But every once in a while, somebody wants them. I mean, I tried them. They're too narrow for me, but it's a little bit scruffy. Only a little bit, only on one side. I bet I get 30 bucks for them on eBay. There is a swap meet coming up at the end of the month, so maybe I'll put a lot of the stuff, take the stuff to swap meet first before it goes on eBay. We will see. Grabbed these dudes. They were sitting in the bottom of the bin. They're 31/8 bullhorns. The logos are almost worn off, but I can see there it definitely says Soma Tongay Aluminum Urban Pursuit. So there's Soma Urban Pursuit bar. A little scruffy. These are still probably like 40 or 50 bucks new. This side's clearly been wrecked or hammered on the inside. It's a little egg-shaped. I don't know what's up with that. But, you know, I figure, you know, for throwing them into the 50 bucks, wouldn't 50 bucks either way. Maybe I'll use them on a cool modern-y build. While I was at Bike Farm looking at that strawberry, there was also what apparently is a very early surly steamroller with 1-inch threaded fork. Or it's a later fork or something. I don't know. But it was crazy. I won 100 bucks for it. It had a really bad red paint job. But it was pretty hot. Always put these on those. I got this bar too. I was digging around. This is a Specialized 40 centimeter bar. I had one of these and got like 35 bucks for it the other day. This old Specialized stuff is like what you need. The clamps look pretty clean. There's a few scratches like under where the clamp goes. You know, I'll still have to measure all this stuff, make sure nothing's bent, make sure it's cool. Maybe someone will want it, maybe they won't. It's old vintage cool Specialized bar. Somebody found a whole bunch of housing. I don't know where. I missed it. I found this one loop of brand new housing. Looks like at least 6 or 7 feet. Found this with them. A couple pieces of like a hot purple shift index housing that is also brand new and unused, probably out of a kit. I did grab some cranks. Both these cranks were at the sale last week too, and I thought about buying them, but I didn't want to deal with them. But I grabbed them this time. These are Sakai SX, you know, 80 square taper road cranks with like a 42, 52 kind of ring. Got the dust caps though. 170s. I don't know. Should probably be cool for making a single speed or I'll bike, or I'll just sell them for 35 bucks. You get 35 bucks for just about any old crank now. This brake was just in my hand. It's got the pinch bolt and the thing. It needs the bolt back here. It needs brake pads. But it's an FSA Gossamer. It's really light. And, you know, it's black. It's a single rear, but you can use a long bolt and make it a single front. So it may be good for a single speed or a fixed gear. Or maybe the other one will pop up. I don't know. I couldn't want to grab it. Here's the other crank. So I grabbed this because it's got the bottom bracket with it. Is the bottom bracket any good? Who knows? But it has it. They're also Rode. They're BioPace 5239. The rings, the inner one's dead for sure. The other one looks pretty alright. I've been selling BioPace rings. People are paying money for them. Pedal threads. Look pretty good. I might have to run a tap through that one. I didn't pull up the crank bolts and check the extraction threads. It would probably fine if it came out. And it's got a 118 Shimano UN54 bottom bracket, which may or may not be totally that feels great. Whatever, a good set of cranks with probably the right size bottom bracket. It's always good to have that sitting around. I also found this. They have a giant kit of all this Soma BikeLibbolts.com. I think it's all Soma. Maybe it's somebody else. Oh, it does look different. But like tamper-proof bolts and weird stuff for bikes. Giant kit of all this stuff, and yet some would end up at the salvage sales for some reason. Instead of put it back away in their kit. I bought it. I don't know what I'll use it for. Maybe something says a tamper-proof Allen wrench and 2 long M5 bolts. What else did I buy? Too much stuff. Got another set of these guys in cream. They're like new old stock Electra stainless steel toe cages with hardware and cream leather. Whatever. I think I got 2 of those. I had one white Christophe toe strap. I grabbed it. This is all the bike farm stuff. Yeah, here's another one I found in a different bin. Keep buying them. I've sold a few of these on eBay and gotten like 25 bucks for them. I think originally they were like 39 or something insane. But also, you know, I'll use them on projects. I'll take them to the swap meet. I also got these Christophe. This is a nice set of old Abner thick straps with Christophe longer clips. That fixed gear I built, I feel like the clips are too short. If these ones are longer, these straps are better. I might swap them out. So I can actually ride that a little better for people to ride. Chrome fixed gear is just sitting in my room. Just sitting there. It's up for sale. Zero interest so far. Zero. And I grabbed a set of these black, old vintage Specialized toe cages and straps. Straps are nothing special, but I got size large. I got my brother-in-law's old 90s mountain bike here, and one of his looks like it's broken or missing the bolts or something, so I grabbed it. You know, I'm just hoarding for the sake of hoarding. This I saw at the last second. This, it's unstamped. Doesn't know the size, but this looks like a modern Shimano Road Triple inner chainring in very good takeoff condition. Oh, it does say words. I gotta hit the light just right. Yeah, Shimano SGA30 9-speed. That's cool. What else? There's some more good stuff in here. This was there. This was in their brake bin forever at the shop, and I guess they finally decided to throw it in salvage sales. It is a complete set of half disassembled Dior LX silver, like, you know, 8-9 speed era post mount replaceable pad insert candy brakes in silver with all the hardware and some old worn out pads. They're rock hard, but you know, it's cool having nice shiny silver parts, and replaceable shoe pad holders are so much better than trying to replace the whole pad and get it all adjusted. It's nice just to slide the shoe out, slide a new shoe in. So I got those. I got another bracket. This goes over your quill stem, through your handlebars, and it's for a quick release for some type of bag. I do not know what. I don't recognize it. I feel like I have some bags and things around that take this stuff and it's missing. Maybe it'll fit something. I'll make a complete set. Or maybe it's something winged you'll sit here forever. Or maybe, because they're insane, the bag is for sale for $10 at the shop and they threw the bracket away. Because they're crazy. They do that a lot. There's so many bags missing all the brackets, proprietary hardware. Just like, why? What? No thought goes into anything anymore. One set of silver Specialized bar ends. I don't know why. They're nice. They're not very scruffy. They're silver. I do want to try these on a bike, like in closer to the stem. Give me like a bullhorny position. I want to see if I can go touring on cruiser bars. Give me some alt bar positions, more hand positions. What else? Grabbed one stem out of the old stem bin. It's a Ritchie WCS. These are like the lightest, nicest things. It's kind of dirty and scruffy, but oh, I think this is just some paint. Might scruff right off. It's a little scruffy. It's got all the bolts. They're not rusty. They're pretty. Nice WCS little road stem. 25.4. They had a bin that I didn't go through, and I went through that first, so it's all at the bottom, but there's some hot stuff in there, and I can't wait to get to it. At the bottom of that bin, I was just digging around. Here is a just cheap stamped steel front cable stop for 1 inch. Cheapy chain pin. The pin is like mangled, but you can just dress these on a bench grinder. It's got, you know, the ends blow out from all the pushing, so too thick. It's got to grind that thickness off so the pin's the same all the way down, or better yet, tapered a little bit. So that swap meet. Here is a bag of junk I grabbed. I do not know why. Here is like a 1 inch carbon fiber spacer, or maybe it's either the top of a carbon steer tube. These are fun for taking a couple of threadless stem caps and putting on, and running a very long bolt through and making this like a light mount down low in a basket. So I grabbed that so we can do a how-to light mount video. What's in this weird bag of junk? Some low-end junk, I'm guessing. Some used cable and housing I'll definitely not keep or care about. A cheapy Shimano totally junk plastic brake lever and shifter. I might save the barrel adjusters off of it, because half the time you get nice ones, these are missing the barrel adjusters. 7-speed. It's all broken and destroyed. The barrel adjuster's bent. Like, why'd I grab this stuff? Because I didn't look at it. I was too excited. Thought maybe there's something cool in here. Junk, junk, junk. What else is in here? The cantilever brakes. Come on. Be interesting. It is 3 cantilever brakes. They're cheap. They're junk. They mostly have all the parts. They have the straddle. Oh good, here's the 4th one. It's got a spring cover. They're just cheap. Lock ring I found and threw in. I don't know why. Oh, here's little hangers. They're black and small and say Shimano. They have the wrong bolts on them, but that's cool. I like those. Set of plastic matching dust caps for some cranks. Alright, like those. A single barrel adjuster piece for one of those brake levers. These are always missing. So junk. Maybe these brakes are complete, but of course they're missing the bolts. Because every brake in the world is missing the bolts, and look at a little proprietary washer that there's only 2 of them. What they look like is more trouble than they're worth. Probably just recycling. Probably just recycling. No one wants these, bro. No one wants these. I want the reusable bead tie. I don't know. I'll think about it. It's just recycling. It's just missing parts. This is an 1 to 1 inch and 1/8 stem shim. This is a weird water bottle cage that was totally there last time, but it's adjustable, so it's got like a thing on the front so you can open it up for different size water bottles. I don't know. I'm sure it's junk. I doubt I care. I couldn't not grab it. I don't know what's wrong with me. Someone saw a bunch of chain rings. I said, "Oh, you like chain rings?" I'm like, "Yes, I do." So they started handing them to me first. He's like, "Oh, sweet. Here is a chain ring that is absolutely new old stock, never been used. No stamping at all except for a 50 up at the top. It looks a lot to me like Specialized. That looks so much like the Specialized stuff. So I don't know if this is a newer, cheaper thing, or this is a vintage new old stock Specialized 50-tooth ring from... It says Niagara Cycles Sagino 50-tooth 135 bolt. Alright, new old stock Sagino. Technically in the bag. That's hot. If this is straight and bent, not bent, that's a nice ring, man. Here's all the other rings out of this box and stuff that I didn't go through. I just grabbed them all since no one else cared. I love chain rings. They are easy to figure out what they are. They are easy to store. They're easy to look at. And they're pretty easy to sell. People will be wearing these out. So this looks like a Sagino 38 tooth. So probably 130 by 38, which is hard to find. And it looks pretty good. It's hot. This is like a Shimano 9-speed inner 39 tooth ring. Also in insanely low miles. So yeah, it looks like Ultegra. Oh, yeah, it says 39. SGS 9-speed. Yeah, I'm saying this is 9-speed Ultegra. This looks a little older, but it's also got the gray finish. Oh, it also says 9-speed 39. It's a different finish. I wonder if it's 105 or something. It's not the Ultegra finish. Come on, baby. What's fun in here? I'm getting some real money for these 9-speed Shimano chain rings all of a sudden. Shimano B53. Very, very lightly used. 5339. I think this is also the matching finish for this. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. Maybe it's Ultegra? It doesn't look... I don't know. It's kind of a pewtery anno. But I've been getting like 70, 80 bucks for these in perfect shape. This looks like the Ultegra finish. So yeah, the matching set of Ultegra, whatever the other one is. It's got a little bit of chain wear on the back. If I run my finger on it, you can barely feel it. I don't think it's that big of a deal. This derailleur probably needs a little extra tension. There's also another gray, but a different shade of gray. Another 52 outer. And another shade of gray. This could be Ultegra gray, 52 outer. Pretty good shape, so got me some valuable chain rings. The bottom of that bin was this chain whip. This might even be 1/8 inch. It's nice. I have an 1/8 inch, but whatevs. Made in Taiwan. Ooh, it's got some weird logo. Cycle Pro. And it needs to be oiled. Oh, it's so tight. That was fun. I love getting tools. Oh, in the bottom of that bin, I also found a couple proprietary lock rings. This is like the toothed washer for 1-inch headsets. And it's got the lip on it. So like the headset top nut has a machined-in lip too, plus this outer lip. And when you don't have one of these, it's the only headset I'll need. I needed one the other day, and I went and dug and dug and dug for all my stuff and found one for this bike. So I was like, I definitely grabbed another one. This is just something stuck to a magnet. It's a little washer stuck to a magnet. I always need more magnets for just seeing if stuff's tie or not. Little spoke magnet. This is a little wire. Check this out. This is in the bottom. This is a MCT Matrix Carbon Tech Design Carbon High Pressure Road Pump. I got me a carbon fiber bike pump. I think I paid him $10 or $15 for something similar the other day. It's got the hose. It's all completes. Hilarity. Hilarity. I could not grab it. Ooh. Found this crank. So this is a Lasco 170. It's got maybe a steel or stainless steel. It could be chrome. It could be stainless. Come on, magnet. Oh, there's no magnetic force. This is a stainless steel chainring. It is. It's a Surly stainless steel chain. These are kind of worth dough. So someone replaced the cheap Lasco ring and put on this nice Surly one, 130 by 40 tooth. It's got the bash guard. This would be super fun for a single speed or one by. Cheap Lasco cranks. Tapers look good. Threads look good. At first I grabbed it, I wasn't sure if I was going to find the other one, and I didn't think I was, and then I found the other one. Tapers look good, threads look good, all silver. Booty, with a nice Surly ring. Oof. Oof. Surly ring's worth more than the cranks. I found a cheapy silver stamped front cable stop for 1-inch threaded. Here's a little set of like water bottle boss bolt. Oh, it's just one bolt and some nuts and washers. It's all in 5. I don't know. Good stuff. I grabbed this just to get it out of the way, and then I ended up taking it. So it is an extra pump head and hose and clamps and adapters for a toe peep pump. I like the little box. I can't wait to reuse it to ship some parts I sell on eBay. I don't know if I have any toe peak pumps, but you know, I'm sure I will one of these days. Or maybe I'll sell the whole kit. It looks like it's all here. I have to just put the whole kit on eBay and just ship it in the box. Whoa. Okay, so this is one of the bags. This is the first bag I saw. Yeah, they threw down the new box. They did not dig through it. Here's some junky bottom brackets in the bag. I looked, I recognized what they were immediately, threw them into my bag before anyone else could see them. People are all effing crazy. This is a modern Phil Wood. It looks like a GIS taper bottom bracket. Feels amazing. Looks pretty short. I haven't measured it. I don't know what it is, but modern Phil Wood GIS, $100 used, easy. This other one, I wasn't sure what it was, but I am suddenly more excited about it. Suddenly very excited. Holy moly. I thought this might have just been a cheapie. This is a Phil Wood bottom bracket, old style shell. Instead of being painted or made the stickers over the paint, It's got a reflective BMXy looking sticker that says Phil Spokes, made in the USA. I got 2 Philwood bottom brackets, bro. There's a little reflective sticker. Philwood Spokes. This is cool. There's one little bag in here. It looks like they're probably just boring ass crank bolts. This one's wide. I can't wait to play with these. I'm gonna get 80, 100 bucks a piece for those. Just some super cheapo, generic crank bolts. That's cool. I like crank bolts. Dang. So that made it all worth it, was just those. I also found another bottom bracket down there. Shimano 11868 with the metal cup. Ooh, with the metal spacer. Was this the one I was showing somebody else the other day at the shop? Say something goofy on it, like 70 mil. Showing somebody one. No, it says 137 by 24. But yeah, it's got some nice 8 mil crank bolts. 118, all complete, good shape. I love used bottom brackets. I'll use it for projects someday. This was at the sale. Oh, this is my last paycheck. Good thing I threw that in there. This is at the sale. It's PDW. It is missing one of these little dudes that goes up here and the spacers. But I mean, this is like a $100 bike basket. It's missing one hardware. PDW is really good about selling their hardware. It might even turn up someplace. But I might go on the PDW website and see if I can get them to send me just one of these and some spacers. I now have 2 of these baskets. I do really need to put them up for sale. These are cool because they're threaded over here. So you can add a little light mount, put your light over here. Got a U-lock holder in the front. This one has the little bamboo PDW logo tag on it. You can take this tag off. It's just like 2 little threaded brackets. And you can cut anything you want, any shape you want, and bolt it on the front, which is fun. And it just clamps on the handlebars, and this little deuter goes underneath the stem so it doesn't fall. And these have a nice little takeout basket. They make cool bags for these. So that's cool. Last paycheck from the shop. Let's see if it's a whole bunch. I feel like these guys are paying me way too much the amount of hours I worked, but that's fine with me. Dang, alright. I ain't telling you guys how much, though. There's just a little bit of junk left. Found one little under the water bottle pump holder bracket. Found one old Silka pump head. And I got a few headset spacers. What was all this junk I got? So I got a brake recess bolt. I got several random used headset spacers. Why I have hundreds, I don't know. I got one set of these down tube index cable stop Sturace. I got one weird brake pad. I swear I got the other one last time. WR2, so I grabbed it just in case. I got a cassette shim. I got a clear valve cap. I got a Wilderness Trail Bikes WTB grease guard 1-inch threadless top cap. That might be worth some dough. The grease guard stuff's pretty sought after and cool. I got one little brake spacer. I got a set of chrome axle nuts, or chromed like end nuts for axles. A couple other end nuts, an axle spacers, another headset spacer, the key, and a couple of weird bolts. This is like a Sagino, half a Sagino seat post binder, and this one's weird and fat. I think this is like a Chinelli stem bolt, but I'm not sure. And one top tube clamp. I think it's for a water bottle cage. I don't know. I grabbed it. So that is... Oh, that's just this stuff. I still have the Bike Farm stuff. Holy moly. So I went to Bike Farm. I was digging around their stem bin. There's a nice Control Tech stem in pretty good shape in silver. These were hot in the 90s. I don't know if it's really worth that much. I bet I can get 20 bucks, 25 for it. Paid 10. I found their bins of unprocessed donations. And I found 2 XT rear derailleurs. This one is a little rusty and crusty, but it's 8-speed XT, my favorite year. Also found one side road double black alloy, but just the outside chainring bolts. Found one vintage Sun Tour cable stop. This clamps on top of your chainstay. A little stop, and then it's got this little half moon thing for your chain to hit. So it's like a chain guard. It's very cool. An entire bag of Wheels Manufacturing axle spacers, 2mm width. This is like a $40 bag, which charged me $2. And a pretty dang clean, really barely dinged or scruffy, barely anywhere on the pulleys, 8-speed XT rear derailleur. They also charged me $10, so 30, and I think they said like 3 for this. Yeah, I think I'm in 33 or 35 for that bike farm stuff. So, you know, I'm in $85 today for all this good junk. Some junk I'm going to throw away. Some other junk I don't know what I'm going to do with. But, my God, worth it, guys. Worth it. So anyways, that is my Sunday scores. I can't wait to play with some of the stuff. Get on eBay and take some to the swap meet. Go to the swap meet. And I'll start on my brother-in-law's vintagey, crazy, time trial looking GT mountain bike. Hopefully today or tomorrow. We're going to do he just wanted cables for it. It needs like a complete overhaul desperately. I might go crazy. I might not. We'll see. I'll send him some pictures. I'll ask him some questions. See what his budget is. But thanks for watching. Oh my God, I just forgot. I got this in the mail like 2 or 3 days ago from Finland. This is someone I follow on the Instagram. He's a frame builder out there. He makes some of his own tools and has some extra stuff. And so I ordered some tools from the old Finland on PayPal. PayPal is like fake money because I sell stuff at my garage sale and people paid me in PayPal. I don't really use PayPal, so it's like I can spend more outrageous money on things because it's not like real cash out of my pocket. So let's see. Boy, I hope all the pieces are here. It's all in parts and little box mostly held up. He had some cool stuff. I missed one thing. He had a chain line checker I missed, which was sad. But he gave me this. I do not know how to use it. I sort of tried to ask him. I didn't really say. This is clearly cut out of like stainless steel. I thought it would be aluminum. It's heavy. It looks like it needs something else. But it is a chain ring checker, so I think you can stick this on your bike and get it spaced out whatever your chain line is going to be. And then you can roll this off to see how much clearance you have before it you know, hits your stay or whatever. So it's really kind of a mountain bike thing. But you know, I've never seen one before. It was cheap, and it goes from 24 teeth all the way up to 52 teeth. So I guess you definitely use it for road. You can roll it up and make sure you have the clearance. You know, Renee Hurst bikes, they have the Han Rossmann makes one for their cranks. So you can, but it's like, theirs is kind of cool. It plugs into your bottom bracket shell and it sticks out straight with where your chain rings are, so you can see the kind of clearance it'll be. Very cool tool. I used to have it when we used to build custom bikes and put Renee Hurst cranks on stuff. But wow, this is heavy. It's also like 1/8 inch plate. It's brutal. You can't see it in the video, I'm sure, but yeah, it's stamped 24, 26, like very lightly laser engraved next to the rings. So that was cool. Oh, this is also stainless. I thought this would be aluminum too. One's here, aluminum. So this is something, it's kind of the same thing as like the Han Rossmann one I have, where you can center this, you can put your bike on an alignment table and center this on the seat tube. And then it's got all the spacings, 100, 110, 120, 130, 135, 142, 148. And then this side is a tapered cone that goes from 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Maybe that's for checking tire size inside the stay. These must be part of an actual frame jig or something. They're heavy and weird. I don't know, they're 30 or 40 bucks a piece, or 50 a piece with the conversion, I'm not really sure. I wanted it, it's cool, it's weird, it's heavy. I probably will never use them, but it's fun. I mean, this might be really nice when I get random frames. I can stick in there and check the spacing and stick the size in there and see what size tires they'll fit. Maybe. We'll play with it. What I really ordered, his little chainring checker, or his chain line checker, was pretty cool because it was a V-block like this. So you stuck it against your seat tube with your cranks here, and it came out and had like the lines for your chain lines, like 42 millimeters, 45 millimeters. Here too, they sold right away. This is a tool he is making. It is all apart right now, but it is 4 bolts and 2 different dimple dies. I didn't realize that. That's cool. They're slightly different. And this little thing for the dimple die to sit in. So this clamps around a set of chain stays. And the little dimple die goes in there, and then you squish it in your vise while it's clamped, and it adds dimples to the inside of your chainstay. So the guy pushes in to make a dimple, so you can get more tire clearance. I used to have a plumber's elbow welded on the bottom of an arbor press. That was really good for stays before they're brazed into a frame. So while you're making the frame, you could pre-dimple them. I have a couple of tools I've made for dimpling bikes that are already together. That's pretty cool, but this is, I think, I do not know how this works. I'm going to look at a picture on this website again to put this together all correctly. What is this extra block for? I don't know. This is like a little rounded in there to grab onto your stays. This, I think I might be able to use on bikes already put together. I think I might be able to crush these on and then push this through. I don't know if I'll be able to get in the vise. Usually the bikes are too tight with the bottom bracket shell and the other stay to get into the actual vise. But, yeah, this one doesn't really fit. This one doesn't really fit. Oh, it kind of fits. It's real tight. So I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Maybe I can clamp it all down and then put a big C-clamp on it and squeeze it, so you just have to push this guy in. So maybe I can use this on bikes that are already put together too. I bought Tony Pereira's weird tool also at his frame builder sale when Breadwinner was downsizing. And then the weird one I made out of an old C-clamp and some brazed on stuff that kind of works. It's a little slippery, so you got 2 people and make some Sharpie lines, and I hold it and twist it with a cheater bar, hoping it doesn't slip, and sometimes it does. It's real hard to get the dimples lined up perfectly. It's a real prototype, but it works. Brian Chapman has a gorgeous one like this he made with his own built-in clamp and a little twister thing. It's on his Instagram somewhere if you want to go look. But yeah, cool dimple die. I think he was charging 65 or 70 euros for this, so I probably paid 80 or 90 bucks plus shipping, and they got 40 or 50 bucks a piece from these from the old Finland. But I'm glad these showed up. I will definitely play with this and figure it out and do a video on it. I'm sure I got an upcoming project. The problem with dimpling the inside of your chain stays for more tire clearance is that it's right next to the bridge, the little lower brake bridge or fender mount bridge or whatever. And not always, but a couple of times, I've definitely cracked that brazing at the bridge, spreading them out, and had to re-braze them for people. And I'm not doing brazing here. And the whole point of dimpling them on bikes already together is that usually you don't want to have it repainted. So you can usually dimple it and not even damage the paint, usually. Sometimes it damages it a little bit. But it's exciting. New fun frame builder tool to play with. We shall see. Anyways, again, thanks for watching.